Ever stop and think about what's really powering you? I mean, it's not just the food you eat, right? There's this invisible, incredible machinery inside all of us, turning that food into thoughts, feelings, and actions. Today, we're diving deep into that secret blueprint for life itself. So let me ask you something. What do you and that little houseplant sitting on your windowsill really have in common? The answer, and I promise you this, is way more surprising than you think, and it's all written in the language of chemistry. First up, let's look inwards. We're going to pop the hood on the human engine and see what really makes us tick. We're talking about the essential minerals that keep the whole thing running smoothly. Okay, so these elements here, they are absolutely fundamental. Potassium is a huge deal for your heart and muscles. Sodium helps get your enzymes going. And you know what? Both of them are crucial for sending nerve impulses. Then there's magnesium, a key ingredient in your bones and teeth that helps keep your nerves from getting all jumpy. If you run low on any of these, things start to go haywire, from muscle weakness to a racing heart. You know, we keep saying nerve impulse, but what does that actually mean? Well, think of it like your body's own super fast internet, a biological electrical grid. It's how your brain zaps a message to your hand to pull away from a hot stove before you even consciously register the pain. It's the physical basis of a thought, and minerals like potassium and sodium, they're the wiring that makes it all possible. Now for the heavy lifters. Calcium and phosphorus are literally the foundation of your entire skeleton. And iron? Oh, iron is absolutely critical. It's the star player in hemoglobin, which is the molecule that grabs oxygen and carries it all around your body and your blood. Not enough iron, and you get anemia. That's what causes that constant feeling of being weak and wiped out. See, these aren't just words in a textbook. They're the bedrock of your strength and your energy. Okay, so we've looked at ourselves. Now, let's switch gears and step into the world of plants. I want you to think of this next part as learning to decode a secret language, the language that leaves used to tell us when something is wrong. The first word in this plant language is nitrogen. It's the absolute cornerstone of plant life. Nitrogen is what builds proteins, giving a plant its structure. And even more amazing, it's a key part of chlorophyll. And chlorophyll, that's the magical molecule that lets a plant literally eat sunlight for breakfast. And here's what that cry for help looks like. When a plant is starving for nitrogen, its older leaves start to turn yellow. It can't make enough of that green chlorophyll, and its growth just grinds to a halt. This condition is called chlorosis, and it's a crystal clear signal that something is missing. Hey, remember potassium from our own bodies? Well, guess what? Plants are desperate for it too. For a plant, potassium is a master regulator. It helps build proteins, and it also controls the opening and closing of these tiny little pores on the leaves called stomata, which is basically how a plant breathes. And just like with nitrogen, a plant will show you when it's low on potassium. You'll see these very distinct yellow or brown patches crop up on the leaves. It's the plant's way of showing us that its internal systems are struggling to keep up. So we've looked at the building blocks for humans and the building blocks for plants. Now for the really cool part. Let's bring these two worlds together and see the astonishing connection that's been hiding in plain sight this whole time. Just look at potassium. In you, it's running your heart, your muscles, your nerve signals. In a plant, it's opening and closing the pores so it can breathe. Now, the specific jobs are totally different, but do you see the pattern? In both cases, potassium is a critical regulator. It's in charge of a fundamental life process. But the parallel with iron, this is even more incredible. Get this. In your body, iron is at the very heart of hemoglobin, the molecule that carries life-giving oxygen through your blood. In a plant, iron is essential to make chlorophyll, the molecule that captures life-giving energy from the sun. Both are all about getting energy into the system. It's the same element doing a similar job in two completely different forms of life. This slide really just says it all, doesn't it? On one side, you have a plant suffering from chlorosis. The leaves are yellow because without iron, it can't make chlorophyll. Now, look at the human side. That weakness, that fatigue from anemia, that's what happens when we don't have enough iron to make hemoglobin. It's the exact same story. The same core element is missing, and in both life forms, the system starts to break down. And at the end of the day, it all boils down to this. The same building blocks, used for different machines. This is the shared chemistry of life. A human body and a plant might seem worlds apart, but we are both built from the same fundamental chemical toolkit. It's just amazing. So we've seen this incredible mineral connection we share with the plant kingdom, but there's another class of compounds that are especially vital for us humans, vitamins. This is where the human blueprint gets a few extra, really complex instructions.
Let's start with vitamin A. You can think of it as your body's personal guardian. It helps form the pigments in your eyes so you can see properly, and it keeps your skin, your body's first line of defense, healthy and strong. Without enough of it, you could get night blindness and your defenses start to weaken.
Then you have vitamin B. This is like your body's backstage production crew. It's working tirelessly behind the scenes, maintaining your nerves, building your bone marrow, making sure your red blood cells grow up right. If the GRU goes on strike, well, production stops. That can lead to serious issues like anemia and a weaker immune system.
Now, this next one is so important, it needs its own moment. You can have all the calcium in the world. I mean, you could be swimming in it. But without vitamin D, your body simply cannot absorb it. It's locked out. And the result of that deficiency is truly devastating, a condition called rickets.
And that's exactly why we call vitamin D the calcium controller. It's the ultimate gatekeeper, the one that unlocks the door and lets our bodies absorb the calcium and phosphorus we need to build strong bones. When that gatekeeper is gone, bones can become soft and deformed, which is what rickets is. And finally, there's vitamin K, your body's emergency responder. Its main job is to kick into action when you get a cut, producing everything needed for your blood to clot and stop the bleeding. If you're deficient, that emergency response is dangerously slow. So as we wrap all this up, we come back to this one central, awe-inspiring idea. From the iron that makes your blood red to the iron that helps make a leaf green, we are all fundamentally connected. We're all built from the same stardust, running on the same shared blueprint for life. And that leaves us with one final thought to take away with you. The next time you walk past a tree or see a flower pushing up through the concrete, remember that deep chemical connection we all share. And just ask yourself, what else do we share with the life growing all around us?